Hello, humans and non-humans alike, and good ever applies to you. And today, we are back on Pillars of Eternity PS4 Let's Play. Okay, my character for a couple of seconds there just had a problem learning how to walk. Wait. Oh, you still have a sprained wrist. Alright, that's fine. I really don't give a shit. Moving on! Oh, loading screen, oh, loading screen, how we adore thee so much. Am I the only person who gets annoyed that they started putting Christmas stuff out in stores on October? For God's sakes, Halloween hadn't even gone by yet. Thanksgiving hadn't even gone by yet. Already stores gearing up for Christmas. Like, damn. Savor your holidays a little. I mean, I know some people like to get things ahead of schedule a bit, but damn. Savor your holidays. I mean, shit, Halloween, great time to get regular decorations for every day around your house. Oh, just a car, Aldmer. I guess I have to probably talk to one of your bosses. They like me here, so this should be quick. Yep, War Room. Abaddon. Commander Cliver. I understand the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearings at the palace.
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the Knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
What do you think about Animancy? Despite what happened with the Forge Knights, Animancy merits further study in other contexts. There is much yet that Animancers could do to cure soul maladies, strengthen essence, perhaps even ameliorate the effects of the legacy. We won't know until we try, and we can't afford to sit on our hands while our rivals watch us grow weak. Tell me about the hearing. He gives you a gruff frown. They're progressing slower than I'd like. The dozens raise a ruckus whenever anyone so much as mentions Animancy, and the dominoes are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Tevar will see reason eventually. Good! Good thing I took out the dominoes. I slaughtered them all. I need an audience in Duke Ever. I'd like to attend the hearings. Damn, so out of the 3 factions in the city, only one of them actually wants Animancy to have a shot. Damn, good thing I took out the other one. Now there's only 2 factions in the city. And we'll be glad to have you with us. Tevar will no doubt find your presence persuasive, and we need all possible support to see Animancy, that he gives Animancy a fair chance. Indeed. Is there anything else, something else I can do for you? Nope. Okay, now I gotta go back. Damn. Can't I just go to the damn hearing? Layla, how's... Oh yeah, you're the one. Seda looks like she's had a bath and a few square meals. She smiles shyly. I hope with your rededication to Abaddon, and so on and so forth, you'll stop trying so hard to be the one everyone likes, and will actually be a good Knight Order. I'm glad that even after the whole Crucible Knights incident, that they're still can think Animancy deserves a shot. We need to kick Andra's ass wherever possible. And if that means even more knowledge of Animancy, so be it. Andra, you are now my enemy. I will make sure to undo every single thing you have ever tried to make society forget. I will drudge it all up through the seams. I will undo all of your works that I can while I live. Anyway. Yeah, I really don't like Anja now. Is it just me, or did there used to be footstep sounds? Commoner! You, what do you have to say for yourself? You're a scholar. You're welcome to visit the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Alright. Brackenberry. I don't get us so much dust, I swear. It's horrible. Ugh. It's horrible. A talk icon will appear on a companion's portrait if they have something new they wish to discuss with you. Saving, 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 saving. I don't think I have to worry too much about the sprained wrist, so I'm just gonna keep going until everyone starts getting tired. And, yeah, all this gold stuff, those are backers. It's not anything we actually need. I mean, if I was playing by myself, I'd probably read all of them. But, you know, since there's a Let's Play and everything, I'm just gonna skip them. I killed everyone in House Domino. Oh, that was so wonderful. I just came in and slaughtered them all. Beautiful. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hadget House, second floor, and another loading screen. Oh shit! I forgot. No, I forgot to move my blinds. I'm in trailer. Please don't kill my blinds. The cat likes the window. I like everything to be nice and dark. The cat does not like blinds. I think he purposely likes to bend the blinds, because he thinks if they're permanently destroyed, he'll have easier access. He's the master of evil. I'll even leave one side more open than the other side, and and he'll still just go, hi. I'm going to break this. Alright, Lady Webb. What up?
How fares your search?
I'm going to do this for you. I think it's time you tell me everything about Theros.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock, but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
You're talking about Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
But it didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
Okay, I'll accept it. Yeah, that was very embarrassing to talk about. You joined a cult for shits and giggles.
What of them?
The Knights of the Crucible have accepted me into their delegation.
Good. Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice of reason and order. Speaking from their section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the leaden key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Oh boy, she's gonna die. She's gonna die. That is a death flag.
Yes?
Why the hell would you put up a death flag like that? That is definitely a death flag. Theos is gonna come and stab you in the heart, just like you've been waiting for. And all of your agents are gonna die. That is the most death flag of death flags I have ever seen anyone pull up. Don't talk about the brandy! Don't talk about celebrating. Don't talk about nothing. Just say, go do the job, and then come back. There's gonna be so many dead people. So many dead. Oh, you silly woman, that was the major death flag. Thou hast assured thine own destruction. Okay, wait, so our party consists of a druid, a mage, a paladin, a chanter, a warrior, and a ranger. And the chanter's the one with the lockpick. I don't know why I find that funny. I mean, I guess bards are supposed to be part of, like, the rogue category. I guess it shouldn't be that funny, but still. For some reason, I find it hilarious. My janitor is the only one who can pick locks, and he's not even very good at it. Alright. Am I going to be ambushed? I was honestly expecting to get ambushed at some point, again. You know, considering the last group of assassins I had to kill. Did I already do this, or... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was worthless. The idiot does not even have anything good. Alright, I've had fun with the Log of Faith. Let's switch to this for now. Put this in my inventory. I want to see the little anime... There it is! Oh, that's funny! Oh, that is so funny! Alright, first fires. Individual characters can enter scouting mode separately from the rest of the party. A dash selection circle indicates which characters are currently scouting. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You know what? We need something to do during these loading screens besides me making weird sounds. Here, I'm gonna pull out a book that's an encyclopedia of fictional. It's the Element Encyclopedia of Magical Creatures. And we're going to try to read some during every single loading screen. To the Ducal Palace! Beneath the Cobbling District is discovered a foul and sordid practice, the theoretical murder of Defiance Bay. The theatrical murder. Umdala, famed leader of the Rebel Stars, and numerous cohorts stand accused. May judgment fall swiftly upon them. Refugee. Down, molest you coppers. What am I going to do? Snorner. Alright, let's see. Start at A. A Bauaku. This strange creature originates on the Malay Peninsula. Described as having many tentacles and a soft, smooth skin, it waits for unwary pilgrims at the bottom of the Tower of Victory in Chittor. Pilgrims come to climb this tower, each level representing a further stage on the journey towards enlightenment. As the pilgrim climbs, the creature grows stronger, changing color and shape, drawing the life force from the unsuspecting victim. Supposedly, the creature will only attain a final form and be fully alive when a pilgrim reaches the top of the tower. Okay, the next one is an actual creature, so I don't know why it's in here, but anyway. Hello, Sidley, the town gossip. Bye-bye. Now it is time for me to attend these Animancy hearings, and let's save. As I fully expect shit to go down. Here's hoping the dominoes don't show up. I killed them all. Hello, sir. Place has been reserved for you on the balcony. Oh wait, there's other floors? No, that's first fires. Oh, okay, I gotta go up there first. Swanky! Yes. Received word from Granite Clyde that you'll be attending next year. The balcony has been opened for you. Thank you. Duke Avar Wolfgren. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of House Casual, watching with a predator's interest. Still less are the ramshackle dozens who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animancers in their academic robes with expressions either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
Ramir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in Animancy to come out of the Valiant Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of Animancy research.
In Pelagia's words and the way she looks at her countrymen, you sense both pride and a mild sense of frustration.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the Legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the Legacy than it ever was.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand for it.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
Was sabotage.
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
All at once, the attendees turn their faces toward you, a mishmash of judgment and incredulity. Only the Duke, a wild-looking man with a scraggly beard, seems unfazed by your interruption. I met a false patient, Brackberry Sanitation, who had tampered with Azo's machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children!
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
The child was already dead! Those who know me around here know me to be fair in judgment. Cadman Azo should be held in
Horseshit! These Animancers can't be trusted! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill! Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justicia! You turn a blind eye, and look what happens.
The Crucible Knights are blameless here. This was not the workings of Animancy, but an ancient device in Tir Nauneth.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
Tir Nauneth houses an Ingwitha machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead. Do you think that was the machine's purpose, or just a dire side effect? But then why would the Ingwithans build such a machine at all?
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
They followed ambition blindly, taking few precautions and allowing personal feelings to get in the way of solving the problem.
But the very purpose of these experiments is to understand. So these dangerous things can be used responsibly.
This is what it comes down to, Your Grace. Whatever their intentions, Animancy's a pox. It makes a fucking wreck of everything.
Hold your tongue! You're in the presence of your
We
dude.
all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge. It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son. My wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs he couldn't cough up. My daughter? We put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's Animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold?
Oh boy, I can. The crowd begins to murmur, the sound taking a doubtful character. Wayward's legacy is the creation of Leaden Key. Caden Osmo's downfall was their work, as was his tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. Dumb muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. I have seen them in the ruins of Irglanfath, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls, near towns like Gilded Vale and Deerford, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, madam. I expected better from Knight of the Crucible.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Alright, honestly, I guess this is where your reputation comes in. If you know anything about me, you know this. I've been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn of this?
Knights of the Crucible were instrumental in aiding my investigation.
I see. I'm impressed the Knights seized such an unlikely opportunity to find an end to all of this. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenberry Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
Animancy should be studied in Deerwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you. Her face still, Paladin looks your way and suddenly nods in approval. Animancy serve their own ambitions and their own purses. Giving them this power is like setting a child loose in an armory.
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility that must be looked into. The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement. Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood, step forward.
Your Grace.
The arguments for and against Animancy are both strong in their own way. I must be careful in my judgment.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing? No! Avenge the Duke!
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
Yeah, I kind of figured this shit would happen.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Damn it! Catch him! Someone catch him! Why am I knocked out? The fuck? The words "shall I end it for you" ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes are barely open, and her words come between strangled breaths, but they are steady, unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant, who begins untying her from the wheel. Dominion of the Sleepers! You open your eyes to the beaming ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside, along the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Palgina is standing over you, her eyes darting around the room before looking down, thrusting her hand out to grab yours. Her eyes glow with inner light, her voice taking on an otherworldly timbre. Get up now! Off to one side, you hear the clinking of rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it's too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to write out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only. She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please, find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor, still. Don't go out there's rioting in the streets? Wait, let me see this ability I got. Eh, damn it. Why are all my watcher abilities 1 per rest? Shit. Okay, these are powerful abilities, but again, they're 1 per rest. They're kind of semi-useless. I mean, not really semi-useless, but this isn't like Baldur's Gate where you have infinite rests you can do. Now, see, so a game like this, I'd like it if they had like a custom difficulty. Anyway, right, we were doing the reading thing. No. See, it would make sense if they had like a custom difficulty where you could determine the combat difficulty, the amount of rests you can have per thing. You know, something like that. Because that would be nice. Anyway, apparently aardvark is considered. In African folklore, the aardvark or ant bear is much admired because of its diligent quest for food and its fearless response to soldier ants. How some magicians make a charm from the heart, skin, forehead, and nails of the aardvark, which they pound together with the root of a certain tree. Wrap some piece of skin in war chests gives the owner power to pass through walls or roofs at night. I guess that's why it's in this section. Oh shit, there is rioting in the streets. Okay, wait, maybe just... Okay, no, they took out the commoners. Okay. I thought for a second I'd have to help them, but I guess not. Hey, we need to head to Brackenberry. No. Wait, actually, give me a sec. I set Hravius up as his AI to be like all going with the Wild Strike, right? Yeah, Spirit Shift. Class behavior, Spirit Shift. This behavior, after spirit shifting, assumes the druid is able to engage an enemy in melee. If per rest is enabled, the druid can use damage and control. Crowd control spells after setting lower level options and only ones that are fall only. Additionally, the druid may cast healing spells and party support spells. And aggressive. Okay, I guess save. And your main weapon is the quarterstaff. Huh. Okay, maybe we'll just walk around them all. Honestly, they do not have enough strength to be taking out the Justicars. I assume Lady Webb is already dead or dying. Here's Theos! She apparently betrayed them a long time ago. Axi? In Basque mythology of Spain, Axi, the spirit in the form of a bull. He haunts the cave-in gorges of the Pyrenees Mountains, coming forth at night, especially during the stormy weather, to trouble wayfarers. Ababil, a race of enormous birds described in the Quran as dropping red clay bricks on the army of elephants sent by the king of Yemen to attack the city of Mecca in the year 571, when the Prophet Muhammad was born. Abada, a type of small unicorn reported to live in the lands of the African Congo. The abada is seldom seen, for it is a shy animal. Oh shit, someone protect the damn sanitarium. Animancer boots. Well, good enough. Not everybody has shoes here. There you go, Hravius. Damn. I'd try to kill them, but I don't know what that would do. So, I'm just gonna leave them alone. Again, I'm assuming the Leaden Key has already attacked this place and killed most of its members. The raw damage type. Always ignore the damage reduction of the target. Okay. Abaya. In the mythology of Melanesia, the Abaya is a gigantic eel-like monster that lives at the bottom of a lake. It considers all of the fish in the lake its children and protects them furiously against anyone attempting to catch them. Those foolish enough to try are immediately overwhelmed by a tidal wave caused by the Abaya swishing its enormous tail. Told you! I fucking told you. Death flagged. She death flagged herself. Quick, let's rob this place while we can. Oh man, I hope that Orlin guy who used to help us out is okay. I don't think he's okay, but I hope he's okay.
Hello?
Look, they're all dead. They're not gonna need anything here.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Roll one.
I'll
If it
give it
ain't
a
nailed
try,
down,
at
take
least.
it.
Return godlike.
I can do that. As requested.
And grab anything that's not nailed down. Lady Web's probably dead, so she don't need it. Alright, I guess that's all the shit we can rob. Alright, time to go upstairs then. Yeah, we already checked the other rooms. Yep, alright, then I go upstairs. Now then, the Abath. Accounts of this animal were brought back by 16th century European travelers to the Malay Peninsula. Described as female with a single horn growing from its forehead, these are probably the results of a half-glimpsed Javan or Sumatran rhinoceros. Like the unicorn, a powder made from the horn served both as an aphrodisiac and as an antidote to poison. However, since the unicorn is invariably represented as male, and since there was only ever one in existence at any time, the Abath seems to have developed independently from a European myth of the one-horned creature. Damn. Oh, I guess you finally got your answer.
They won't see me coming.
It was a very painful answer. Maybe you should have asked a different question. I mean, he is Wodika's favorite after all. Look, they're all dead. They're not gonna need it. We need to start grabbing files and shit while we can. Make sure nothing gets forgotten. We will not let Anja or Wodika win this shit. Oh shit, I just picked up that book. What was it? Okay, it's the Psalm to Wodika. Fuck you, Wodika. Yeah, Lady Web's dead. Oh, what a shocker. Hey, by the way, I looked through all of your shit. I did not find any... Flying pike. Damn, that was what was behind here, really? Aderian dialects. Damn. Alright. Lady Webb lies still in her bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. Shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your canton. Reach out for it. You make contact and are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying in bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. Throughout the walls and the streets outside come the sounds of screams and shattering glass and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip and it warms your gullet. Across the room, from the door opens, begin a patient, steady push. Into the room mucks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy is trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
You're concentrating, focusing with all of your energy. It feels as though you're diving into a stone wall over and over, but it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
He replaces the brandy bottle on the table with care before approaching the bedside. He sits on the edge of the bed next to you. His words come freely, absent of all doubt. He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theos slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop your glass to the floor, and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife in both hands of yours, a question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answers come. Simple, cataclysmic in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you've searched for all your life, but in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with the eyes of someone seeing for the first time, and draw your breath as a black, velvety darkness descends over you.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenberry Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the leaden key itself.
Damn. I guess the ability to jump between bodies is very fucking useful. As you do all sorts of shit. NPCs gold nameplates are designed by our backers, interacting with them by experience each one's unique history. Abattoir, a race of tiny fairies who share the dwelling of the ants in parts of South Africa. They only occasionally reveal themselves, usually to children, wizards or pregnant women. To see one in the 7th month of pregnancy ensures the mother will give birth to a boy. Ah, poor Lady Webb. Blizzard Siege, the past Stormwall Gorge is open. I guess that's the way to get to Twin Elms. The Assassin at Large. Finally, even the villages are better than this. Actually, let me look through the journal. What do we got? Assassin at Large, travel to Twin Elms. True to form. And find you to know more about the Autumn Steliger. Twin Elms. Yeah, no, that's... Egard died, Caesar Crackled. Yeah, the Animan Fast at Twin Elms. When the Ardra Arch in the Wood. Body of fresh water. And a greeting Mother's giant. Nobody wants to. Around Elm Shore. Oh, that is nice. First thing we have to do is actually not that. Good, someone's fixing the lighthouse. I'll just give some class. Everyone's here just talking about some shit like it's nothing, and then the whole city's just burning in the background. As you cross the bridge, Aloth draws up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast shivering, fricking lights across one half of space. The other is in darkness.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you up to this point. When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of Animancy, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his Earl. At that time, it was enough.
Fucking Leaden Key! You work for the fucking Leaden Key and you're following behind me like a puppy dog. I should execute your ass!
In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers. The Leaden Key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believe they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on Animancy in the region.
Can I kill you?
A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed the way you saw. At the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
What did you want from me exactly?
I needed some kind of direction. And after that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the hooded figures in the machine, and I was sure you were on the trail of the Leaden Key. And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected. I knew the Leaden Key was trying to stop Animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. Now the whole city is up in flames. I'm still not sure about Animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology, and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
Well, he hasn't done anything to directly sabotage me at all.
And what do you really expect us to do with this too-late confession? Trust you on your word?
I still kind of feel attached. Even with the betrayal. He's got his way of taking offense that I really like. Tough one. I forgive you, Aelith. I want you beside me, not behind me. I'm not asking if you to trade one master for another.
That would be an honor.
Before I move on, I'd like to discuss a few things. So now you understand a little bit more about Selmir. Here goes, no thanks to that Animancer. My spleen? Black bile? Come on. Belsage's methods are flawed, but you still learned something, didn't you? Only because you and I have lick of good sense between us. The average person, show them a shiny cat's hands are next to him. They don't believe anything. That's true. People are way too easily led. Yes, people need something to believe, someone to follow, and the danger of following a bunch of Animances is that they, even though they don't know where they're headed. About your parents. Why has your mother gone so often? She was invited to join, Hemnig with a landed thane when I was very young. His estate was a 5-day ride from a hole in the Sithwood, so that was part of it. This, however, was my father. Despite his initial agreement with the arrangement, father was never happy with it. He would hound and harangue my mother when she was home. He wanted to know whether she was intimate with the thane, and no matter how many times she swore she wasn't, it was never enough. As you can imagine, that led to her coming home much less often, even though she still supported us financially. I'm sure she's trying to take care of you in her own way without getting beaten up by your dad. I believe so. She had an important role in managing Lord Thane's lands and administrative duties, and even though she was away, she provided well for us. He's had a real problem with his emperor there. He had a problem with my mother's Hemnig, even though they agreed upon it long ago that the financial benefits would be considerable, and that was little different from his role as the Earl's steward. It ate at him, and so he drank and raged. When she was home, he raged at her. When she wasn't, he raged at me. More than anything, he wanted me to become an arcane knight in the service of his Earl. I think he felt this would validate his chosen career and master. He was a firm man, as you saw, but in the end, I became a successful wizard who would know all parts of his strictness. Yeah, nonsense. You accomplished that on your own. You would have been fine without him pushing you. Are you so certain? I didn't know what I wanted from my life then. I surely wouldn't have been so focused in a little direction. Okay, sounds like the guy who needs someone in charge. What's a Hemnig? Ceremonial marriage between folk and elf. Because the Aedir mainland has historically been split between two races, we have many institutions that are designed to normalize relations. Our monarchy is headed by folk, but an elven consort rules alongside the reigning Ferkoning or Mequin. This is the most prominent example of a Hemnig. In many cases, a Hemnig allows two households to pool resources. Owning the aristocracy, Hamneggs consolidate power. Sometimes, as in my mother's case, a Hamneg is a means for a noble to add another administrator to his or her household. Consorts are received with almost the same level of respect as their noble counterparts, which can be extremely useful. Of course, Hamneggs are sometimes used to sanitize an extramarital affair. Don't know what it's really any better, but it seems to satisfy common notions of decency. And elf and folk unions are sterile, which no doubt eases some concern. That's all I wanted to know. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like and want to subscribe. And remember to follow me on Twitter for channel updates, pictures of dogs and cats, and whatever else I decide to put up there. So goodbye, humans and non-humans alike, and good ever applies to you.